What's going on, everybody? Ryan Quillen here, also known as the Menace Man, and the Spring Festival is finally here. Well, it actually has been here for a few days, but that's exactly the time frame I needed to get all my Spring Festival duds from head to toe, including the Rocket Power Greatsword. And today, whenever you open up your events, you will see 3 pages full of events. Now, that can be extremely intimidating. You ask yourself, where can I start? Which one should I pick? Well, this list will show you what events you should play to get exactly what equipment, which all will be limited. I'm sure it will come back at some point in time, but for the sake of this video, I will show you how to get the most bang for your buck. Now, let's dig in deep and get started. Alrighty, let's see. The first event you should definitely start out with is called Every Hunter's Dream. Now, in Every Hunter's Dream, it will give you Master Craftsman Blueprint. Now, to get the Rocket Power Greatsword, you will need this one. And for the first version of it, which is called Wyvern Ignition Steel, you will need 2 times tickets from this event. And to get the final form, which is a Rarity 7 Greatsword, you need the Wyvern Ignition, it's called the Wyvern Ignition Impact, and you will need 3 of the Master Craftsman Blueprints to synthesize that. Now, the next event you should look into is called The Proving, where you fight a giant Anjanath, and for this event, you will get the full Aloy armor set for 4 Nora Brave trophy tickets for that one, or if you like the bow, you will need an additional 2 of the Nora Brave trophy tickets for that one. Now, the next event you should definitely look into is called Greeting the Gluttons. Now, Greeting the Gluttons, you will fight a Great Jargus, Pikuki, and a Palamo, and this is to get your free meal vouchers. Now, that's great whenever you have a specific skill that you need to unlock. You know, everybody knows what a meal voucher is. You know, next, the event you should look into is called Wicked Wildspire Warfare. Now, in that one, you will fight a Diablos and 2 times Barroth, but it should be easy if you cause them to have a turf war, and that will give you low to mid-level armor spears. Continuing right along, the next event you should look into is called Kirin the Myth. Now, in Kirin the Myth, it does look a little bit on the intimidating side fighting 2 Kirins, but they're not tempered, and 2, they'll fight each other, you know, for part of the battle. And you can take your time. You have an hour to do so. It's not bad at all, you guys. But doing so will give you Watcher Lens tickets, and that's how you get the full Watcher Lens set for your Palico. Next, we have the Scrapping with the Shamos. Now, Scrapping with the Shamos is not bad. I mean, you kill 13 Shamos, and it'll give you a black badge. And if you have 2 black badges, you will get the Sealed Eye Patch. The next event you should look into is called A Flash in a Pan, and you will fight 3 times Tsitsi Kus. And in doing so, you will get black crystal tickets. Now, if you go to the armory with 3 black crystal tickets, you will get the Shadow Shades, which just look like a pair of really dark Stunner Shades. Not bad at all. Moving right along, we have Egg Lovers United. Now, for this one, you will fight a large Kulu Yaku, and in doing so, you will get the Kulu Yaku tickets. If you have 3 Kulu Yaku tickets, you can get the Kulu Yaku head. And I feel that was kind of a tongue twister, and I nailed it. Try to say Kulu Yaku like 5 times fast, for real. Like, that one caused me to restart this video so many times. Okay, I don't know why I even put that in there. Okay, moving right along, you guys. Now, the next event you should look into is called Wiggle Me This. Now, you need to catch 10 Wigglers. A Ghillie Mantle would definitely benefit you for this one. And for 3 Wiggler tickets, you will get the Wiggler head. And that's one of the funnier heads that I've actually seen people wear, and it actually has wide range. Isn't the worst skill to have, you know, and it gives you 3 open slots, you know. And if you saw my Nirvana video, you see how powerful wide range is. Next, moving right along, we have the Triple Threat Throwdown. Now, this is a lot of hunters' favorite events because it gives you a whole bunch of decorations for fighting these 3 really easy monsters: a Great Jargus, a Great Gyros, and a Dodogama, you know. But keep this in mind, they will not give you any worn or warped spheres, phase stones, I mean. And those are the exact ones you need to get Rarity 8 decorations. So they will only give you mid to low level decorations for going through this one. So, as I stated in previous videos, you can definitely do this one if you're trying to farm certain decorations, but don't expect to get higher level decorations by completing this task. Next event I would recommend is Rolling with Aragon. Now, in this one you fight 2 Aragons, and this is another one if you want armor spheres, only better armor spheres. The next 5, I'm going to go over all at once. Now, the Deep Green Blues, the Wildspire Bolero, Choral Waltz, Effluvia Opera, and Rock and Roll Recess are are some of, or definitely, it's not some, of the events that I've been spending the most time with. Why? Because these are your ultimate best chances to get the small gold crowns and the large gold crowns. Now, if you are trying to get Conqueror of the New World, which is a platinum trophy for getting all trophies, you know that as far as the grind goes, this is a nightmare to get a large crown and a small crown and everything. And this event will definitely expedite that process. What you can do is jump on YouTube and check out a few videos how to measure the monster, whether it's the bend of his knee or a specific mark on the monster's body, and compare it to the height of your character and be like, oh yeah, that's what I need. Let's try to capture it or kill it, whatever. And that would be this. These 5 events are the best way to do that. Now, something very important though. For this event, the Anjanath and the Rathalos does not appear until you kill a couple of monsters. For the Wildspire Bolero, the Rathian and the Diablos does not appear until you kill a few monsters. And this event, the Legiana does not appear until you kill a few monsters. For the Fluvial Opera, the Basilgeist does not appear until you kill a couple of the previous monsters. And the final one, the Rock and Roll Recess, the Azure Rathalos does not appear until you kill a few of the other monsters. Now, the other event that I've actually been spending a lot of time with is called Relish the Moment. And you will recognize this if you've been a loyalist and actually been, staying on my channel about how I put a video, the Nirvana build versus Tempered Deviljho video, where I completely make a mockery of Deviljho in his entirety. I would really suggest y'all check that out, because I go over my Nirvana class and I constantly put him to sleep while I'm with a team that literally just crushes his skull in, but for this one, if you complete this one, you actually have a chance to get Warrior and Hero Stone. So this one is definitely one worth looking into. Just pretend he's a Tempered Elder Dragon, because he does hit like a truck, you guys, Now, the next 2 interesting events I'm going to say together: a simple task and a tracking the delivery. For a simple task, you will get tier 2 tempered monster tracks, and for tracking the delivery, you will get tier 3, which are tempered Elder Dragon tracks for Tempered Elder Dragon quest. That also was kind of a tongue twister. And the final event I will go over is the Snow and Cherry Blossom, where you fight a tempered Pink Rathian and a tempered Legiana. Now, this is your best one when it comes to farming hunter rank, as far as leveling up your character goes, because it's very simple to do and you'll get the most bang for your buck as far as the timestamp goes. Now, let me go into the actual specific armor pieces you can get for your character and for your Palico, and completing some of these events that I previously mentioned. Now, the full armor sets you can get are the alloy armor sets I told you from the proving, and that one will cost you 4 times Nora Brave tickets, as you see. Now, the other one, I'm going to cover this one in a second, but this is the that's what Nora looks like, or Aloy looks like, cute little redhead. And the other one, you can actually get the Ryu skin for. And eventually you'll be able to get the Dante one from Devil May Cry, but it's still on the waiting list for that one. Now, for the Ryu one, I'm going to cover that one in a second. You are going to complete a challenge upstairs called Down the Dark and Muddy Path. And for this one, as you see, you will need 7 times Street Fighter V tickets to get the full Ryu armor set. Now, as far as individual pieces of equipment, you can also get, let me show you, for the Wiggle Head, this one is for Wiggle Me This, costing 3 Wiggler tickets, and it increases the wide range skill, gives you 2 small decoration slots. For the Kuyaku, this is what the head actually looks like, and that one you get from the Egg Lovers United, costing 3 tickets. For the Shadow Shades, this is one where you fight the 3 Titsy Yakus in a flash in the pan. That's what they look like. For the Sealed Eye Patch, this is the one you get from scrapping with the Shamoses, and this is what that one looks like. And the Full Blossom Armor. And interestingly enough, how you acquire this one is every day, every 24 hours, they have a daily set of tasks for you to complete, which resets as stated every 24 hours. For each one, it'll give you 1 Spring Blossom ticket, and for completing every one, it'll give you a new armor sphere, like a large armor sphere, I forget what it's called, but it gives you the most bang for your buck. And each one of these costs 3 spring tickets. And also they usually give them to you for just logging in for the day. So definitely worth to knock out the few events that they have scheduled, and I think it's 2 events, a challenge arena, and kill a specific monster, and you're done with everything. And then you get a bonus, on top of that. So very easy to get. And to continue right along, what else we have? Palico equipment. Now, you have the full Watcher set for defeating Kieran the Myth by getting enough Watcher lenses. That's what that looks like from Kieran the Myth. And continuing right along, you can also use the Spring Blossom tickets to get the Butterfly set for your Palico. And the weapon is actually not bad because it causes paralysis. So that's what the complete Palico feline butterfly equipment looks like. Look at your Palico, it looks so cute. Okay, moving right along. And let me go up to the Gathering Hub to show you what the final event looks like in order to get your Ryu Gi. I was going to say armor, but it's technically not armor. It's just like Ryu was, Ryu's a wanderer, if you're a fan of the old Street Fighter. He wanders from, village to village, picking out the best fighters and, fighting them. And him and Ken were, sparring partners as children, and, well, that's pretty much Ryu's life. He's a wanderer, like Miyamoto Musashi, except he doesn't have a katana. He has his fists to hurt people instead of a sword, which, you could recover from taking a beating, but usually getting sliced up is pretty final, And as far as the quest event for that one, you go to the young lady on the left side, go to challenges, and it should be right here, down the dark, muddy path. And as stated, you will get a giant Barroth, crown for this one, and you also need 7 times Street Fighter V tickets to get your Ryu full armor set. Now, once again, this has been Ryan Quaylen, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy the spring event. You'll probably run into me at some point in time. And y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for spending time. And I'm out. Later.